So we have, then I want to, now we're doing the top.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry, my alarm going off, that's the time I gotta get myself.
So of course we have Tyree Smith, stepdad, we have mom, then we have the support group who's been working here at Creative Street, who so graciously allowed all of you all to come in. I want to make sure that we are not asking questions about the case. No questions about anything. All right, you good? Thank y'all again so much.
Do I keep my message?
So, and this is how we're gonna do, since there's so many of you all, Tara, how we're gonna do questions.
You want me to start?
Oh, yeah, since there's so many, I wanna make sure we're not all asking the same thing.
Right, and I would suggest that maybe if you want to make a statement you'd like to make, and then open it up to questions, everyone will listen very carefully and not repeat the same question.
No, start, you know.
Partnership in relationship with Creative Spirit since the 22nd
Yes.
of September, and it was a Wednesday. It was a day that was similar to this, cold, rainy. We were outside and we were all supporting the fact that a child from this community had lost his life to senseless gun violence. I too am a mother that have lost her child to gun violence, and when I heard the name Tyree Smith, it resonated with me because I am also a Smith, and so it felt very familiar, and I wanted to do something besides just look at the news and know that this is another casualty. So I reached out, and I've been helping with this program called the Huddle Up ever since. And in that time, I've also connected with Tyrese's mother because I wanted her to know that she was supported, and we're also supporting the children that were on that bus stop that had to also go through that horrible experience. And so we are a shelter for them because they ran to this facility to get help. And that's exactly what we're trying to be for them, is help.
Would you mind spelling your first and last name?
My name is Elgina. It is spelled Elgina. My last name is Smith, Smith.
And did you have a title, a formal title with the organization?
I am a Morning Mother activist, and I'm also a life and grief coach here for Creative Spirits along with Felicia Pitts.
Mama, is there anything that you'd like to say to us before we start peppering you with questions?
No, I just wanna thank everyone for coming.
Can you tell us what your thoughts are after listening to all the city officials and the police chief yesterday talking about the arrests?
My thoughts are that we have to do better as a community. I'm lost for words. I'm happy that they're, trying to we're got the people or what we do know for the little information that we do have. But I just think us as a community gotta do better. These are kids, and my son was a kid, so I just hate the fact that lives are being affected. Not only my son, but the kids that come hurt, the kids that did it, everything, everybody, it's other families being affected. Not only us, everybody around her. I have met so many kids here recently that love my son, and he played a big role in their life. So it's tragic to everyone that he's gone.
The chief specifically had compliments for your son, saying he was a young person doing exactly what he was supposed to be doing, and suggesting that with his loss, there is a bright future lost as well. When you heard those words from the chief, I'm curious, how did you receive them? When there's been, I'm sure, a lot of impatience that has come with this investigation.
I through it all, I try to keep my faith, so that allowed me to keep my patience. I said, if I can't lose faith in God, I gotta pray to Him every day that this case is gonna get solved. And I think we're on the road to that. The chief was right about that. I do think that it was a big hit on the community. It was a big hit on everyone, and I'm just lost. It kind of brought back memories. It brought, not memories, but things that I thought I got over. I thought I got over a lot of crying, a lot of feeling sick, and that them catching them brought all of that back to me.
For both of you, could you share as little or as much as you want about, whatever it's like Wednesday to get, the call about the arrest?
I was happy. I was shocked, but I knew that he only calls me with information, so I knew that he had something to tell me. So I was praying on it, and I was happy to receive it. And
Did you expect it? Did you expect the call, or was it?
I didn't expect it. Yeah, I didn't expect it that day. I expected to happen sometime, but not that day.
We expected something because people started calling. People outlets started calling like they had heard stuff. And it just escalated from there. It just, like, why is these people calling? And one thing led to another. Then next thing you know, he calls with the information.
Yeah.
Did you have it on speakerphone so you could both talk, or?
I think he
I
was
was
at work.
outside.
He was working, and I told him. And so when I told him, he was like, his first words was "Thank God." That's what he said.
The fact that both of the suspects are 16 years old, the same age as your son, they're charged with some very, very serious crimes. What do you think should happen to them?
That's the thing that, that worries me, because I'm like, not only is my son gone, it's his lives, kids' lives, so it's just shocking that their kids are his age, and Tyree did have a bright future. So the fact that he's not gonna be able to go to college, have kids, even spend the holidays with us is a big thing. That is the worst. That's all I keep thinking about. I am happy that we got some resolution a little bit on it.
I thought it was ridiculous. I'm sitting in the courtroom today looking at children. I mean, they ain't no big guys. These are literally kids that you looking at
Kids.
that went on missions, and it's just ridiculous.
You both have seen the suspects? And what was your response when you saw these two young men?
I don't want to. My response was shocked. I was shocked. I was concerned. My feelings got the best of me, and that's all I can say. Trying to still be positive at the same moment, at the same time, know that I gotta do things the way I've always told my son to do it. Sit back and take it in information, and that's what I did.
Did you recognize them? Had you seen them before?
No, sorry.
If there's a guilty verdict out of this, is that justice for you?
Yes. It would be justice for me, even though it'd be another kid in the justice system, but there's no other place for him than jail. I don't want him dead, so I want him in jail.
You said this brought up a lot of emotions for you. Has it brought any closure at all getting to this point, or would a guilty verdict bring closure, or will you ever have closure?
I don't think I ever have closure because Tyree's gone. So, just waking up not being able to hear him every day, all loud and happy and goofy, that I probably never get closure for that, but I do have a sense of relief that I did get some of my questions answered. So I'm happy about that.
Seeing that these, the suspects are so young, can I just drill home the point that, the kids that are involved in this stuff are getting younger and younger.
Yes.
What do you have to say to, any kids out there that may be involved or, could potentially get involved? What do you tell them?
I'm gonna tell them what I always told my kids. anything you do, you gotta make sure you make the right decisions, because you can make some decisions that you can't turn back from. And, I think that's why I had faith and I knew that my kid did good in the world, because I always drilled that in their head. This generation gotta know that we gotta make better decisions. We gotta think about others. We gotta, be better people in general. We gotta care about our neighbors. You can't think, the first thing you think about is hurting someone, and having beef or problems or anything, whatever the issue that these kids go through now. We gotta get them something to do, get them off the streets, reading books. We gotta get them to do more, get them to come to community centers like this, St. Shell got the whole bus. It's always time and room for people to volunteer. We need stuff like that. We need kids that wanna do something. Instead of getting out, going, hanging with your friends, or doing anything that is gonna lead you to be in a bad place or away from your family. That's what I want them to know.
But you, E, how you feel?
I'm still in the courtroom looking at these little kids. These are little kids. I don't know. These are little kids. These are very little, kids. And it's a shame that your whole life is going to be thrown away. And you ain't even got started. You're not even started.
That's the truth.
And people got to understand, when you make decisions, they're going to follow you. Mm-hmm. Not today, tomorrow, next week. These decisions are going to follow you. Mm-hmm. And it's ridiculous that you made a decision that's going to follow you for your whole life. Mm-hmm. Something that you did when you was a teenager. Even probably with me and her gone, and y'all in y'all 40s, you're going to still have this over y'all, where you can't do certain things because you were convicted, this or that or another. But it's just crazy.
The fact that they are so young and the way it's affected you so much, it makes that question of why this happened even more pressing. Do you have any satisfaction toward that answer?
No, because he's still gone. Tyree's gone. No matter if anything had anything to do with him, he's gone. He's the only one that we don't have here. So that's the reason why I don't think it's a lot of relief. I'm happy that we got some type of answers, but at the same time, kids is just locked up now. And then when I'm in the courthouse, not only am I there for my son's case, I'm seeing other little kids. Kids that's 14, my little daughter's age, 12, younger kids, that shouldn't even be here, that should be in school right now. That, that's what me and him was talking about when we was sitting there. Like, look at this life. We gotta talk, encourage kids. That's the problem with this world. And I've been saying it way before this even happened to Tyree. The problem is we gotta encourage kids. We gotta tell them, like, these streets is nothing out here. It's nothing out here for you. You gotta try to want to be somebody in life. You gotta want to do something, and it's nothing good out here. It's kids turning towards guns. People want to condone it, be their friend. We need parents to, step in and tell them, like, it. I hate to say this, and I always say it, and I know people take offense to it, but before the kids get in the streets, they're at home. If you tell them, hey, look, this ain't gonna happen. You gotta do this. We gotta make sure we live the right way, and and you meddle with your kids. It's no privacy in my house. Right. And don't nobody get no privacy. You can't have no locked phones. I gotta have the code. You ain't gonna be able to be out late to where I don't know where you at. We gotta make sure those things are in place. And I know that it'd be situations to where kids live with elderly family members and stuff. They probably can't, help them or guide them because they're dealing with a lot of stuff themselves. So it's not on every parent. We just got to make sure us as parents are doing our part, and the whole community, everybody, we got to guide these kids because they're not turning to nothing positive. They're not turning to doing the right thing.
This is the first holiday season without Tyree. How are you going to do?
Thanksgiving was hard. I didn't cook. I went over my aunt's house and we were with family. And then like Christmas, it was hard for me to put up my tree because that's something we usually do together. And so my family, they did come and help me put up my tree. I was glad about that. I had my sister and my cousin, and she brought her kids over, and they came to our house and encouraged me, like, "Girl, get up. This tree would have been put up after the day after Thanksgiving." And they said, "You usually keep your tree up for 4 months, and come on." And I got up and did it.
Ever since you heard the news about, the advancement in the case, have parents of other kids affected by violence, have they reached out to you?
They always have from day one when it happened. They've been so supportive and encouraging, telling their stories about their kids. Even Elgina, a lot of people, Candy, everybody that I have met, they have. I mean, people all over the world. Met a lady from Wisconsin that called and told me about her daughter passing and how she died. And a lot of them stories just touch you. Some are similar, and all of them lost kids. A lot of people, like my child was 8, 16, like your son, and it just all hits home.
I'm curious, we're not too far from where DeQuante Hobbs was killed. Have you heard from his family?
No. It was so many people reaching out, so I probably did, but I don't remember the name. It was like tons of people. I mean, I had the first day I know I probably had 1,000 messages on Facebook from people all over the community. I mean, shelters, behavior specialists, everyone. They were just calling and trying to figure out how they can offer us a helping hand, what they can do for us, and people praying with us. So it's been a great outpour.
One question, this center that we are standing in has become sort of a meeting place and a healing place. Talk to us a little bit, if you will, about the importance of this center located right at the intersection where Tyree was shot.
It's great, not only for the kids in the community that was affected on that bus stop. All of them kids not only went through seeing what happened with Tyree, but they have also lost family members themselves. And this is a safe haven for them. They ran her that day. And not only that, they've been coming here ever since, and they treat them like family. Even my daughter, Elgina, came to my house, she gave me a book, and the book really have been helping me. It's been helping me with grief. It helped me see pictures of her son. It just helped me a lot. Anytime the table of contents is really helpful. Because if I'm feeling a certain type of way, I just look for it and go to that page. So it's been helping me.
Talk to us about that book, Elgina, real quick.
I'm an author from the loss of my son, Anthony Jerome Smith Jr. February the 7th, 2015, I sit in understanding of Riri. So we have that connection, and because whatever I went through, I wanted someone to have a journey companion to go through this grief. And I wrote 2 books. One is called Morning After Morning, and what the book that she's talking about is the workbook, the proof of the healing that I've done. And it's called Good Grief's Guide to Healing. Both of those are sold on Amazon. And when I show up to a mourning mother that has had to go through a situation as we have, I offer them my help in book form so that they can, when I'm not in their presence, have something that they can go to for help and support. And so I'm just thankful to hear that that is helping, and that I can just lend that kind of support.
And another thing about the book is a part that says reflections. So you can write in there, there's a lot of parts of them. So you can write in there anything you're feeling, because I talk a lot, think a lot. So I got a lot of room.
Any last question?
Sharia, have you heard anything that you can share with us about what these 2 suspects were thinking when they pulled out their weapons, or why this happened?
No, I can't.
But you have been informed?
I have been informed, but I can't say they're juveniles. It's a lot, I can't.
We can just say that it wasn't for Tyree. That's what they say.
With it being juveniles, do you think that the parents should face any type of charges or be held accountable?
I don't want them to be locked up.
Really, the entire community. Court Arthur answered the question.
Yeah.
He told us all. Everybody in Louisville is responsible for moving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
not and especially right now, especially with black families.
Cause I know they're going through a lot by, you know, being in court and their son is arrested, so I can't be a mother and not think about another mother, you know? And I'm pretty sure they're going through pain. You know, I'm pretty sure the same way I'm living the holidays without my son, they living the holidays without their kids. Only difference is they can call and talk to him on the phone. But I don't have no ill will towards anyone. I just think everybody needs to take responsibility and do better.
Be held accountable for their actions. Everyone should be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
What you participated, what you done, and what you know, you should be held accountable for.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
You spelled